least February 28th, 2012, Mr. Fry, plaintiff, had evidence of O'Keefe's wiretapping of Congressman Waters' office and the One United offices. She was planning to, on coming forward with the evidence, since the wiretapping occurred within the county's jurisdiction. Plaintiff is informed and believed and based thereupon alleges that on February 28, 2012, Mr. Fry published to his blog portions of the transcript from the probable cause hearing in plaintiff's criminal harassment lawsuit against O'Keefe in a manner that was intentionally out of context. It's a sordid affair, if true. County officials using the power of their office to advance partisan political agendas. The filing alleges that Mr. Fry used his office to harass Nadia Naif, a private citizen who Fry's pal, O'Keefe, allegedly drugged and tried to take sexual advantage of. And in his Paterico Pontificates blog, he wrote defamatory and untrue things about the woman who attempted to come forward and explain her connection with O'Keefe. Would any of this, in the process, he outed her social security number and personal medical information. What a pal. Would any of this nonsense be going on if Andrew Breitbart hadn't died? If Daddy was still running things in the Breitbart empire, would Lee Stranahan be under investigation for the possibility of child pornography and pimping out his own wife? Would Ali Akbar be sending out chuckling little tweets reeking of hubris about how he is untouchable by law? Would the National Bloggers Club had done things differently if Breitbart had lived, or would they still have pretended to be a legitimate 501c3, which they are not? And while we're at it, if Breitbart were still alive, would he have pulled back the reins on people like the besotted R. Stacey McCain? Would he have by now told Aaron Walker to shut his cake hole and get a job? Would Michelle Malkin have sought the services of the American Center for Law and Justice to defend Ali Akbar and the National Bloggers Club? Or would he have at least known that there was at least one alleged rotten apple in the ACLJ barrel in the form of former ACLJ senior counsel and Regent University adjunct law professor James Henderson, who was forced to resign or was fired, depending on which version of the story, for whatever reason that has been erased from all memory from the ACLJ website since we made public the allegations and the proof that the married father of 8 was involved in exchanging money and alcohol in exchange for being on the receiving end of anal sex with a variety of young men over the last few years, at least one of which we have established was not quite 18 when Henderson, under an assumed name, took advantage, if one can take advantage of young male prostitutes. Would Breitbart, who was addled but not crazy, and certainly not stupid, have surrounded himself with people who were this untrustworthy? Or does his drunken rant videotaped shortly before his death, "Stop screaming, stop raping people," only apply to liberals? I'm no doctor, but I did play one on the radio for a while. This cancer has spread to far too many organs for this patient to survive. You can smell the rot seeping through the pores. Each breath has the sickening, sweet stench of decay. The body is a shell, more tumor than useful tissue at this point. It's time for the authorities, whoever monitors the legal and illegal activities of people who write lies on the internet, who deal in prostitution and child pornography, who defraud people of their hard-earned cash because they don't believe in government welfare, but they're too lazy to actually work for a living, the people who lie for a living in print, online, on the internet, and on television, the people who hide in the dark corners of the internet to prey on the young and the stupid with promises of money, pot, and booze, as long as they'll take their pants off and play pokey poopy with you. It's time for somebody to realize that cancer has spread too far to be cured. It's time to pull the plug.
Oh, goodness gracious. It appears as if disgraced attorney, Aaron Walker, is panhandling for handouts on our lawn again. While we shoo him away, listen to these messages.
Pull the string. Dance to that. Which one is created for?
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
There is only one website that has its finger on the slow and thready pulse of the dying Breitbart Empire. And that is the website, Breitbart Unmasked. Our publisher, the Watchful Avenger, knows things that you don't know. And he knows them first, before anyone. Because he's watchful. He is the Watchful Avenger. And he is assisted in the day-to-day watchfulness by his incredibly handsome editor, the Liberal Grouch. They don't call him the Liberal Grouch because he's polite. He's as liberal as they come. And grouchy? You bet he is, working side by side, like Batman and Robin, but without the homoerotic tension. The Watchful Avenger, and the Liberal Grouch keep tabs on who's doing what to who, over in the decomposing corpse of dead Andy's once mighty empire. And when that slow, thready, very weak pulse finally slows to a final stop, never to beat again, and the last blast of gas escapes from the bloated carcass, the Watchful Avenger and the Liberal Grouch will be there to tell you about it, like Chit Huntley and David Brinkley, but without the homoerotic tension. So log on to www.breitbartunmasked.com and subscribe for free daily email updates. That's www.breitbartunmasked.com. It's got a harder edge than Daily Cos, and it's more fun than the Drudge Report, with none of the homoerotic tension. breitbartunmasked.com. Read it. You need it. Perhaps we need new glasses. That wasn't disgraced, unemployed idiot, Aaron Walker, on the lawn. Just some disheveled homeless man. Again, easy mistake to make. Let's get back to the old Uncle Bastard show, while I go wash my hands and spray some air freshener.
Well, that's going to about wrap it up for the show today. And again, if you were listening when we kicked this thing off live at noon, I apologize for the technical difficulties, for the broadband burp that knocked us off the air, and we started the show all over again. So if you're listening to the on-demand version of this, you don't even know anything bad happened, okay? So just forget I said anything. Again, our top story today is last night, a confidential informant let me know that he's filed a complaint of his own against Lee Stranahan in person at the Dallas Police Department, and was told by a detective that the department is in the process of gathering enough information to take to a prosecutor who intends, if possible, to convene a grand jury to investigate Lee Stranahan's activities. I've been unable to verify this. I have no contact at the Dallas Police Department. I do know that there are complaints against Stranahan in the Dallas Police Department, and I know this because I filed them. I assume I'm not the only one who has filed complaints against Lee Stranahan. And over the days and weeks and months to come, we're just going to have to see how this plays out. I'm your old Uncle Bastard, the liberal grouch, Bill Schmalfelt. We'll have this show up on my website, oldunclebastard.com, along with that picture that so offended Deputy District Attorney Fry. We'll have that up in about a half hour or so. Thanks for tuning in. We'll do this again tomorrow, and hopefully without any of the technical inconveniences. So until then, toodle-de-oodle.
Uncle Bastard, mean old Uncle Bastard. Uncle Bastard, time to go away. Can't we put him in a home? Then he would leave us alone. In a home, all alone, with no car, can't go far. He will die soon. Uncle Bastard, stinky Uncle Bastard. Uncle Bastard, the stink gets up your nose. Nursing homes cost lots of bread, so until we know he's dead, please donate, please don't wait. On his site, just for spite, makes a sick, filthy prick. He takes PayPal. Yeah. You just keep hoping I'll die soon. Hope into one hand and poop into the other and see which one fills up first. See you next time, nieces and nephews.
The Old Uncle Bastard Show, and the characters of Old Uncle Bastard and the Liberal Grouch, are the intellectual property of Deep Brain Media and Bill Smallfelt. Copyright 2013, all rights reserved. If you missed any of the live broadcast today, you can listen to free on-demand replays at www.oldunclebastard.com or at www.spreaker.com/old_uncle_bastard. Today's show has been brought to you by audible.com. Get your 30-day free trial and a free download at www.audibletrial.com/oldUncleBastard. So, until next time, boys and girls, sweet dreams.